right, and I think with that we should be live. Please tell me that's working. Anna, I'm not seeing us. I'm not seeing us, but hopefully we're going to be live, and everyone can tell me in the chat. Hi everyone, hi, I'm Cryptic Hybrid. Welcome to today's super special live stream, because it's another developer interview, not just another developer interview. We're going to be doing a first post-mortem, I guess. It's the past, present, and future of KAPIA, and of course here to talk about her game, it's the matriarch, one half of the game developing, like, globetrotter team at 242. Anna, thanks so much for coming on.
Okay,
go.
I'm hearing double.
Really? Oh, because you have the stream open. That's why you have the stream open. Anna, come on, you've done this before.
Probably.
You've done. No, I'm sure that's why you're hearing twice, because you have the stream open somewhere. That's why I have it. Jesus, professionalism. We're supposed to, like.
Yes,
people are gonna.
I don't know. Everything is. I told you everything is going like this today.
It's okay. It's Friday. It's gonna be relaxed. It's a fine.
Yes.
It's a fine day. Look, first of all,
but
like.
Hello, I'm here, and I closed the stream. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Hi everybody, it's me, and yes, indeed, I created KAPIA, and I am doing weird things today.
And apparently, we don't have imagery. You don't wanna know that's the problem? You know that we don't have the image? All right. Now we should be. Oh my God! Now we have it all. Sorry, that was my fuck up. Okay, now everyone can see us. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna go live. See, there we go. We can see it on the screen as well. All right, now we're live. It's all good. I have problems, just like Anna has had problems today with her internet, with her camera. Now we're live, and we're talking about KAPIA. Now, for people who don't know you, don't know the game, a little bit of background, plug it up, plug it in. Let's go.
Well, my husband and I, we released our first game, adventure game, quite recently. It was 25th of January. And we worked on it for 6 years, and it's finally out on Steam and GOG, which is really cool. And we're super excited to, have our first feedback come in and, just immerse ourselves in this indie game development universe. So that's me. I don't know. Is it the background?
Bugs?
Was it good?
No,
Bugs. We didn't really have that many. Not that many at all. I mean, most of them we found, and we went ahead and fixed them before you guys found them. So
yeah, that's good.
that was a quick thinking. I hope you didn't find them. Maybe you did find them and didn't.
Nothing game breaking, definitely not.
Maybe you found and didn't want to, ruin my mood on the release day and. Just,
no, I wouldn't do that on release day. You keep it afterwards, like 48 hours afterwards. Like, Anna, the game crashed like twice. Wait, what?
It didn't crash.
No, it didn't crash. Of course, I'm joking.
It didn't crash. That's because we spent like 6 months in testing before we actually released the game, and
okay,
it was a little hellish. But I mean, thanks to our helpers who tested the game, people from online and from Kickstarter, it didn't crash.
Now, for people who don't know, we had an interview during the Kickstarter campaign, and that was eons ago. It's like I haven't seen Anna. Like I don't recognize. Yeah. Like if we saw each other on the street, well, we probably had masks on. We wouldn't recognize each other. And it's been 18 months now. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened post Kickstarter? So the Kickstarter was successful. You surpassed the base goal. And that was during COVID times. Tell us like some of the good and the bad post Kickstarter, the development until this.
Basically, well, after Kickstarter, we took like a week off, I think, or maybe less, because I had my birthday and stuff like that, and then we jumped right into development, and it went well. It went really well and quite on schedule, but I mean, it was a little bit difficult to predict of what we were getting ourselves into, especially in testing, because I mean, we do have a 3D adventure, and it's a 3D universe, and it means that around the corner, on every bit of a corner, and something can happen. I mean, you can go somewhere you haven't gone before, no man has gone before, and then you experience different problems. And that's the part where we really needed a lot of testers who, would have their own mindset. And it is an adventure. I mean, you can take one object and then take another object, and then you release one object, and in an unexpected spot, and we do have a lot of mechanics, and we will have those little mini games. So it was a little bit difficult to test, but I think it was time well spent, because in the end we have a pretty stable game, I hope.
I mean, I think it's 2 weeks in. I mean, if it wasn't stable, I think people would have complained by now. So yeah.
Well, yeah. So and we even implemented a couple features after the release. So I mean, it wasn't like us fixing bugs all the time. We actually improved some things, and we had time to do that. So that's pretty cool.
And
I think it went well in that department.
You can say like, yeah, it went really well. I mean, this is because this is your first project, right? So that's a huge thing. Right. It's like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know necessarily how people are going to respond to it. You have some ideas, but you're not going to be, you can't know everything beforehand. And for the most part, I think anyone who's been following KAPIA, especially someone like me who's been following for a long time, probably like 2 years at this point, it's been, from the outside, it's been really smooth. Like in terms of the delivery, in terms of the Kickstarter updates, like there's Kickstarters where developers don't update their backers for like eons on end, but with you it's always been a constant updates, and it's been a very good delivery, and as I mentioned previously, like before we started, very close to the estimation, which is like 1 in 1,000 games, almost hits that initial estimate for release. So, I think it went really well.
Oh, I think so too. But I mean, generally, in terms of updates, I mean, I generally enjoy talking to you guys. I mean, it's a pleasure actually updating you. And I mean, sometimes I did miss like a couple of months, because I mean, I really didn't have much to say, because I mean, we were just sitting there, making models and ordering music and things like that. I mean, just not too many news, and I don't want to spam your mailbox with that. Yeah, but generally, I just enjoying doing that, enjoying this feedback from you guys as well.
And can you tell us a little bit, like, in terms of, because that's one of the things, it's a very polished experience, and that doesn't come, out of nowhere. That comes from testing and over testing and hyper testing. How long have people had access to the fully playable KAPIA build and helped you test it out?
Oh, the way we did it, we actually continued our development and tested levels at the same time. So basically, last half a year at least, we've been in testing, at least, because I mean, some things we started, since the beginning of the summer, I think, because I mean, some levels we had prepared, so we could go into give them to people, and also to do some localization, and we did manage to squeeze into our budget localization for 5. Well, we actually have 7 languages in the end, because one language was donated to us by our backer, who is absolutely awesome. That we actually have Dutch, and he translated our KAPIA to Dutch on his own.
And for anyone who knows Dutch, it's a complicated language. So
like, I don't know Dutch. It seems complicated.
It is complicated because it has like words from German, words from French, and words from English, and all the words that come from different places, they have their own rules. So you can't. There's no like when the plural of a word, right? Like usually languages have this. Like there's a way to make the plural of a word, and it applies to 95% of the words. Well, in Dutch, it's like no, the plural for these words are this from Germanic. It's like that. From these words, it's different. So like big props for the person who helped you with that, because that's a huge help.
He is awesome, absolutely, and big thanks. And we actually have compliments on the translation, so that's even better. And so that's how we did it. We tested each level one after another, and then at the end, we already had our game tested. Each level was tested, so we collected everything, and then we went through it again and again. It's just me and my husband, we could do it maximum 2 times a day, each one of us. So like 4 times we could play a game, and each time you find a bug or something, you write it down, and then you have to replay the whole thing again, because just to make sure that if you fixed something and you didn't break something else.
Right.
So that was kind of crazy. I mean, it just had
All right, so
Yeah, it was crazy, some crazy times. Yeah.
a little like because everyone's, well, it's 2022, so everyone likes to pretend to care about mental health, but I actually care about mental health. So okay,
Okay.
give me this. Like, what did you do in order to not go insane from playtesting so many times? Like, what, like, and I'm serious, what helps you kind of disconnect and be able to come back and play the same? Because because you're so close to it and you've played it so many times, I can imagine how it becomes a little bit like, even it could become a negative thing to see your own game, and that's very odd, but it can happen because it's so often.
It's just basically you rereading the same story over and over. Like you disconnect from it. You just don't think about it as a story. You think about it as a work. You just think about bugs. What I did, I actually thought about different ways of how I can break a game to make it fun. As odd as it could sound, but yeah,
No,
if you get into this, kind of mood of I'm gonna break you,
you make it a game.
It's just
you make it a game.
Yes, yeah. of breaking your own game, it's all right in the end. I mean, it's still kind of hellish, but you make the best of it, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's just weird, because it's your baby, your creation, and then
right,
like
I know
it can. I could imagine how you could, have some resentment at the end. It's like, no, I don't want to play this anymore. It's like, I've had enough of it. But yeah, that's, and I guess your art, helps out. Like if you go and paint, like that's one of the, like the outlets maybe for you.
I like doing that. I mean, I like how it. It changes. I mean, at least I don't have to look at the screen anymore, so it's something physical I can touch. But at the end, you learn to love it again after you're done testing, because I mean, after that, we really enjoy watching our streamers play and see the reaction of that people get from our work. Because I mean, of course, you anticipate certain reaction, but I mean, it's interesting, how you guys pick up on little things, and you really do pick up on little things. That's really fun to watch.
And no one broke the game probably, so that's a good thing. Like playing while
oh
streaming.
yeah,
did it happen?
Yeah.
No, I'm guessing no.
Not yet.
Well, no.
Don't take it as a challenge, please.
Well, I mean, you know what? Why not? If that's gonna make people, find KAPIA and want to play KAPIA and want to, have like 100 hours. It's something. That's dedication. It's. I mean, at the end of the day, your release was better than Cyberpunk 2077. So and they had like 150 million euros. So it's you have to take what you get. I mean, it's a good thing.
Okay, well then we'll do it this way. If you do break it, if you do, please tell us so we can fix it, and yeah.
And it's gonna be good. Now, since again we go back in time. Since finishing the Kickstarter campaign finished, and you had your birthday and everything, and that's was there anything major that you had planned for the full release that got cut out? Because for example, you shared maybe a week or so ago on Twitter a little scene where you had to shoot down some bombs, and I really like that, and I was thinking like, okay, so what else didn't make the cut for the full release?
Couple things did, because I mean, we did have that in stretch goals, and we did have to cut it out because I mean, we didn't make those stretch goals. So maybe next, that's just how it happened. Because I mean, maybe I mean, if people will be interested in, but it does take quite a lot of work to finish those scenes. I mean, it's not an easy scene. I mean, we have basically it's an airplane that flies through clouds and shoots down bombs, and then we have this ship that the airplane is flying off, and then there is just a lot of extra modeling that wouldn't look right without it. The scene wouldn't look right. You wouldn't like it. It would look broken. So it was a hard decision to make, but we had to go with it.
And was that
a couple more places like that?
Was that like a throwback to like Stefan's
Yeah,
youth,
yeah,
let's say. Okay, so that was it.
yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily like it wasn't at the same time as Kapia, like
No, it
the
wasn't.
adventure.
It wasn't part of the story. It would just,
Hmm.
it would open up some characters better. So I do get where it would have been, a good decision to keep it, but
Hmm.
it just
Hmm.
it was either buggy experience or this.
It needed
So
too much
we
work.
went with this. It
Hmm.
needed too much work. Yes.
Right. And anything that changed majorly, like after the Kickstarter, like something that you wanted to make in a certain way and it turned out totally different because of like feedback and people playtesting.
No, not exactly. No, I don't think so.
Hmm.
Uh, Everything went pretty much as we wanted it to be, and no, I don't think there were places. I mean, there were some things that went better than we expected. For example, localization, and I think
Hmm.
uh, we had great experience with our musicians, so that's awesome.
But other
But
than
no,
that,
not.
it's fine. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm just saying like it's
So
because
that's
the unexpected,
actually improvements,
Right,
unexpected
right.
improvements that I didn't really, anticipate. But that was, yeah, that's how it went,
Hmm.
I guess.
Well, I
Nothing
mean,
bad, only good.
well, it's not necessarily bad. It's like like you wanted something, then it will turn out better. That's that's always a
Hmm.
nice thing to say because it's again the unknown. It's like it could be really bad or it could go really well, and if it seems to have went well really well. That's the thing because I played it. If you haven't played it, by the way, there's links in the description. You can get Kapia right now on Steam or on Good Old Games. It doesn't. Does it matter? I mean, do you get a bigger cut from Good Old Games? Is that one of the things?
No, not
The
really.
same. It's the same 70%.
It's it's the same. It's standard.
Okay. Well, you know, hopefully it's not
It's
gonna
a
be standard
standard
somewhere. It's gonna be like
standard
they should get
agreement.
you should get more money. Like I'm just saying, like both from Steam and Good Old Games.
Just
I
make sure you
just.
guys leave a review. That's the main
Mm-hmm.
part. That's what helps the promotion a lot. If you do play it
Yeah.
and you like it, it just it takes a minute, just a line, drop a line. It would really help me out because I mean it's just the two of us promoting it as well. We indie is
Mm-hmm.
crazy, so yeah. If
Yeah. I
you have a
mean,
moment, please.
yeah, it doesn't take a lot to just like greatest game ever or like I don't know the cutest redheads ever and like a thumbs up and that's it. Like you don't need to write a
Yeah,
novel or anything like that.
I don't expect the paragraph, but I mean, apart from promotion, we really do enjoy reading your comments, and
Mm-hmm.
we do listen to what you have to say, and we are planning on making more games, so that's something that we always use as a feedback for our
Mm-hmm.
improvement.
All right, now all the niceties like end here, and now we're gonna put you on blast. Okay, I don't want to put people on blast, but I'm sorry
Okay,
that's gonna
okay,
happen. All right,
okay,
I have problem. I have issues. Like you want it
okay.
difficult, you're gonna get difficult, Christian. So
I expected it difficult. I didn't say I wanted it difficult.
I mean, you know what? It's like it's Friday. This is gonna be fun.
Okay.
The Mr. Bunny. So okay, that's from the beginning. We know that you have two playable characters, Rainy and
Mm-hmm.
Steph, and that's a great thing. And I'm gonna praise you on something else later on that. And that's really good. Like you have two different characters, two different mechanics for
Mm-hmm.
all, and that's great. Now you introduce Mr. Bunny, and to me it was a big surprise it that you had technically a section with him, and when he was riding the dog, he had to,
Mm-hmm.
and I really wanted more. Like I really thought that you were sneaky and you introduced like a specific mission only for Mr. Bunny, and I was kind of hoping to have for him to go somewhere or to hop somewhere to go into I don't know a cave, like something to solve, and like I really wish there was something to that mission with Mr. Bunny. Like not only the dialogue, but also him having to do something. Maybe ride
Yeah,
the
we should
dog,
have
maybe
added
send
like
someone.
a little puzzle in there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
was that planned and cut or like that was the.
No, it's actually we. It was supposed to be a cutscene, but we
Oh,
decided
okay.
to make it into more of an interactive kind of experience where
Mm,
you actually get to play for. Because I don't know, we put it on a dog, Mr. Bunny on a dog.
yeah,
It's just so cute, and we thought, okay, maybe people will enjoy running
it
around
is
with him.
cute. Yeah,
So
that was the whole thing.
the
I got
thing is, it
excited.
turned out too cute, and now you guys are excited and you wanted more, and we didn't expect it to turn out this cute, maybe. But you see, that's how it turned out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like, like I was so excited, like, oh, a third playable character. Like, I didn't expect this. That's awesome. And they're like, oh, but I want to do more with it. By the way, speaking of because Mr. Bunny is adorable. In terms of like what people have said so far in terms of feedback, like who's kind of what characters are like the favorite around, or like that stands out to people? Who do people like? Because I I really like Mr. Bunny. That's one of the things, and that cute little robot from the at the bar, like who's scared of the dog. But like those are kind of my highlights because they're really cute.
The green guy, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
people, I think people usually like either Stefan or Rennie, and usually Robbie.
Right.
And Mr. Bunny, Mr. Bunny underdog is definitely a part of this lineup. But that's probably the usual what we get. But of course, you need to write comments so I know more, because I mean it's been what 2 weeks into release.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So I don't. So that's what I can derive from what I read. But
I mean,
mostly it's.
Rennie and Stefan are like like they're you have to like them. That's pretty much it. Like you don't really have an option. But like from other casts, I like that Mrs. Bunny was really cute, and that little robot who's like, oh, he was just scared of the dog. That's so adorable. It's like because they're both robots anyway. That's it was a little absurd, like it was comical absurd. I did not like the cat though. So if you're like me and you're a dog person, you have to play KAPIA in order to hate on cats. Like if you actually don't like cats, or you're not, definitely play KAPIA to see a cat that's gonna upset you, and you're gonna be validated in your negative feelings towards cats. So definitely play for that reason.
Did it not win you back the second time?
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No chance.
No. I mean that first one is like no. First impression matters. So
right.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry,
true.
but
that's true.
It's if it was a dog, it would have been a totally different situation. It would have been smooth sailing, I would want like a plush of it, but no, a cat, always difficult. They're always difficult somehow. Even more difficult when they talk. It's crazy, but yeah, that's one of the things that and I mentioned, previously, like the mini games. I know that you put an update out to for people to skip the mini games, and that's fine as an option. I really enjoy them. Like I actually would have liked even more, because it was such a nice change in pace, and it was like it took you somewhere differently for a little while, and you didn't have to concentrate on anything else. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna have fun here. So that was a really cute thing. And like, were those all planned from the beginning? Did you expand on that because of the demo feedback? Because in the demo there was the boxing game, and like, did you add more mini games because how people responded, or like, oh no, we wanted all of these from the beginning?
It was all planned from the beginning, because I mean, in the very big, we always had this concept where you have more of a puzzles for Stefan, and then you have more mini games for Rennie. So we wanted to alternate that, and to have the space that I'm glad you noticed that, because we wanted to have a faster paced game than we would get in a classical adventure. It was a difficult choice to actually implement a skip option, but I mean, I think we did it pretty solidly. It is under escape button, where you can select this option to skip a mini game, and it was brought to our attention that some people just had difficulties that others people wouldn't normally get, because I mean, during testing we didn't have that problem. Otherwise we would have brought it in earlier. We just it never occurred to us, but
it's nice to have the option now.
Right, and I don't think it breaks anything. I mean, you just have this option. And besides, another good point is that if you want to replay the game and you just want to, dive into the story alone, and you don't have to, replay the mini game that you want to play, so you can just skip it.
Right.
So I think it's good as an option. But yeah, I do like how it turned out in this alteration kind of pace thing, and I think that's something we want to continue doing. Because I just like how it works. I like how it works. It's just faster-paced adventure this way.
It just it's a different. It's a different pacing. It's such it's not it's exciting. It's like time based. It's like it's it's nice. The perspective is different, and who doesn't want to defeat an old man who's really grumpy? Because oh my god, that anyway. I'm not. You know what? He's at the bad characters. Like no, that's not how you are. Like you can't anyway. Play the game and you know what I mean. The cat. Anyway, and there are a few characters there who, who you'll be like, you know what? I would kick you out of the dome. Like if I could, if I had the option, I would kick you out of the dome in the cold and try to survive outside in the post-apocalyptic world. Enjoy, because you're not. I mean, you'd think there would be more friendly people. Like it's like there's so few people in there in the dome, and it's like we're all in danger. How about you be more nice, especially to children? Anyway, that's
Who was that second one? Who was your?
No, the cat,
the cat,
and
who would follow?
In terms of worst, like the nastiest.
Yeah, not the nastiest.
Drake would be the one, like the classical Drake. I'm not gonna say more because I don't want to spoil. Because you know what I mean. Because you don't. If you live for longer, you have two options. Either you're really grumpy and then you miss the point of living, or you're a lot friendlier and then congratulations, you got the point of living, and like you understood life. Because that's how you're supposed to be. Like as you grow older, you're not supposed to be grumpy. You're supposed to be like more joyful, more hopeful for the future, and and appreciate more stuff more. So that's why I really don't like older people who are grumpy. That's not good. That's not a good way to be. If you're younger, you can be grumpy because it's like you don't really get the stuff. You can like you're more like that's it. But when you're older,
that's an interesting point. I never thought of it this way. Okay.
That's why I'm not a fan of older characters who are grumpy. Don't be grumpy. What's the anyway. That was the thing, and of course the cat. No,
the cat is gone. Yeah.
I mean, if I could kick it out, I would. Never mind. It's I'd rather have. I would have the. Oh, by the way, the something that I was watching. I was checking my playthroughs to see, because there's a lot of mechanical animals in KAPIA, a lot of robots, and I was thinking, okay, so where are the living things? And you can see the chickens. You can see like there's a little mouse. Like, is there anything that I missed in terms of fauna that's like actual biological?
The mouse is actually mechanical too.
Really? He looks so real.
It has a wheel. It's
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So only the chickens?
The race rat. Yeah, I guess it's the chickens, which are food, I suppose.
Yeah. But other than that,
but I mean, that's how wouldn't that how it would go in under this secluded kind of environment?
Yeah, probably. You probably have more.
If you were to
like
make
goats, like sheep.
Goats.
Yeah.
Would you want to live with goats under a dome? I don't know.
No, but I wouldn't want to live with robots who are so like loud and.
I don't think you have a choice. You don't have a choice. I mean, they're.
Yeah, you could deactivate them. Like I'd rather take a goat over an annoying robot.
They have rights. They have their own rights. You can deactivate them.
You know what? Between a robot and a goat, I think the goat has more, a more valid, complaint about rights, because it's like, yeah, you're actually alive. Like the robot, not so much. Or at least in my view, it's like, yeah, you're not biological, go away. It's like, I'm sorry. It's like, that's how it works in this. You're still on the planet. Anyway, the eye would hate me. And if you don't know who the eye is, go play KAPIA and see what happens there. One of the things that that I said that I want to praise you about, the use of assets. So, and it works so well. The fact that you have the same environments through which Stefan and Rainy go through. So you it's not the reuse, but you're not technically using. You are intelligently using a limited amount of assets because you don't have a huge team, and you go to the same areas, but you see them in a different light. You do different things in them. So I really like that. That's one of the. So was that something that, like it again, first intention, or you saw that maybe we need to cut down on the assets because it's not too much work?
No, that's something that we wanted, because I mean, how they start from different points,
right? And
then they kind of trying to catch up. Am I making you spoiler? No.
Like they're gonna take a similar path. Right.
Yeah, they're trying to take a similar path, and the way we have assets, it's not that you go through the same area, but it changes a little bit, and that's what we wanted to show, that how environment and how characters who interact with this environment change from how they treat Stefan and how they treat Rennie.
And the different perspectives, yeah.
Different perspective. That was the main idea, to show different perspective of characters, to show characters through their through how they treat Rennie. Well, for the most part, Rennie, because I mean, I think it's very showing as to how you treat little girls. I mean, you can treat big bold guy in a certain way or another, depending on your experience. But I mean, you shouldn't be mean to little girls, I mean, generally. And that's what we really wanted to show, the inside of the characters, to open up them more, and to open up Rennie more, and to open up Stefan more, and of course to tell more of the story too. So that was something that was intended, and but I mean, there were some things that we said, oh, that's a really cool idea to, you know, reuse it, and we did. But for the main part, it was all planned to, you know, to do it this way. Because I mean, the story was written from the very beginning, so we didn't really have much, you know, going.
Yeah, you didn't change halfway.
No.
You're not like a, you know, an EA studio where they, like, you know, like they work for 4 years on a project and like, we're gonna scrap this, you know, because that's how AAA games apparently work right now. Like, you know, they do something and then halfway through, like, we're gonna do something totally different. That's why it takes so long. But yeah, anyway, it worked really well. That's one of my things. It's similar. Well, it's almost the same area technically. Different perspectives, and you see the area from you know, their own viewpoint, and you have different things that you can do, especially like the bar. That was one of my favorites with both Stefan and Rennie. Like all their interactions in there, I think they were really nice, because you got to know like the whole environment better. I think you could analyze it more from more perspectives, and that's kind of one of the things that I wish I could do more in the game. I wish I could have seen more of KAPIA, like, you know, met the governor, or, you know, you know, talked more with the robots who are complaining about Mother. So that's like, if there's any criticism, is like, there's not enough. Like, I want more of KAPIA, because it's such an interesting world, and it's presented from, you know, two perspectives, and you kind of you have a nice kind of path where, like, that you take the player, and then it kind of escalates really quickly, and then it's like done. I was thinking it's like episode 7 of Star Wars. It feels like you were like, KAPIA is the introduction for a bigger thing. You know what I mean? It's that's not a criticism. It's like, you know, it's like you introduce us with the point of taking us to something like a lot bigger than that. And like, does that mean that we're gonna, you know, get more KAPIA after this? A different game, different setting, but the same world. What's the plan?
You are getting more games.
Okay.
I don't know. It should be discussed. I don't think it's time yet. We need to wait a little bit more before we can discuss probably our next project. But you are getting more games from us, and I think that our universe won't be anything but less than what we have created here, because the story is already there, but it's just the matter of proper time and you know, of an announcement.
Are you thinking of like trying different genres, or maybe like smaller settings in terms, so you can kind of, so it doesn't take 6 years? Like, I don't know, like, how you feel about the process, but after all this, like, you know what I mean, like, maybe you don't want another 6 years project, you know.
We have some really cool ideas of what we want to do next, and I think you really like it, but I really don't want to spoil the surprise.
Right.
Right now I'm trying to, you know, just help KAPIA as much as I can, so it will help us on the next project. So that's why we really want to get, you know, as much attention to it as we can right now, so it can support us on our next journey, and hopefully we can do that. if we
So
try.
for more people to find, like, are you thinking of a console release, for example? Because I think you should work
Okay,
really well.
so what we need to think about in terms of porting
Mm-hmm.
is right now is Linux and Mac systems.
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to do is, because it was such a long development, we had to we have a really really old version of Unix basically,
Mm-hmm.
and it cannot be ported to anything right now.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we want to take what we have, we want to port it to a newer version of Unity,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that we can consider everything. We can do consoles, we can do whatever, but first of all we need to see how much trouble we are actually in for, because it's just unpredictable at this point, because I mean we have so many mechanics right now in the game. It's not just straightforward
Mm-hmm.
point and click per se. We do have
Mm-hmm.
a lot of animations, and we need to see what's going to happen after we update it to the next version of the.
Well, it's not unpredictable in the sense that you're gonna import the project in the newest version of Unity and it'll be like like red lines, like no null, or like only
Basically,
errors.
No,
but
basically
that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously that's gonna happen, which is unfortunate. But you can
Right.
you'll be able to go through that. But it's okay. So it's interesting. So it's the technology that you're focusing on right now in order, like the base of the game, in order to go with okay, that's interesting, because that's a
and of course, so basically the thing with this is that we need time to do it, and so we need to sit down and actually and time is money in our case. So
in everyone's case, like who's paid, so for people who didn't buy KAPIA, like that would be like the resources would go towards making it available to more platforms. So without any, like, your plan is definitely to bring it to Linux and macOS. So that's the thing. Like after you port it, it's like, is that like the
yes,
set in stone? Like you would definitely bring it to those platforms.
Well, Linux, we'll see. We will try our best. Okay, just because I always say that, because I never say something that I haven't tried.
I think it will work.
I can promise that. I think that's kind of. I should have promised more on Kickstarter, because I mean we ended up doing a lot more on Kickstarter, because I mean we should have promised a couple localizations at least, because I mean we ended up doing them anyways, and. But I really am always so shy and so cautious about promising things to people, because I know it just upsets them a lot, because I mean, and it would upset me too if someone would make me a promise, set in stone, and they would just go say, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore. So very cautiously, I'm just saying that we're going to do everything we can to bring it to you, and absolutely, we are not giving up on you, and we will continue trying and fighting for this to happen.
I think it will work. You know what? Anna doesn't want to make the promise. I'm gonna be like, it's probably gonna happen within the next 4-6 months, that it's gonna be available on for Linux players and maybe macOS too. Probably Linux, because macOS people they're not. Do they play games? Never mind. They probably play. I don't know what the
play games. They do. I know they do, because we have backers who selected macOS, so we do need to think.
Okay,
that.
Right. Okay, so yeah, but Mac. Oh, come on. Anyway, it's like, just get it on PC already. You can get the key later on for Mac OS. You should have at least one Windows machine in your home if you run Mac OS or Linux. Just so there's something there. It's just it's the bigger platform. Now, one of the things that I've the character. So that's one of the, like, with your game, I think one of the big standouts are the characters. Like they're so enjoyable, most of them. Like even those I don't like, they're very enjoyable. And I that's one of the things that I wanted to see more of, the characters. Like for example, Robbie. The fact that the other robots don't like him, right? It would be really nice to see more of why that's the case. Is he the only robot that has a, let's say, human element to him, without saying more? Like like it's. The robots are such a big part of KAPIA, and yet it kind of like we kind of pass them really quickly with the interaction with the mother, which again, like, what is she? Like, does she control the robots? Does she have any, like, like, what's her position? So I really wanted to see more of that element, and I was thinking, like, again, was that a limitation, or we're not gonna talk a lot about the robots in this one?
You see, it's easy to get distracted when you're doing an adventure. And if you probably have played things where you just get too much information too quickly. You just get this absolute overload. And the story that we have, it's a pretty complicated story, in my opinion, to tell, in a pretty limited amount of time that we had. So we had to consider, just focusing on what we want to bring to people. Otherwise, it would just, get all over the place. So, I mean, I understand that you guys want to learn more of detail, here and there. But I mean, really, I don't know how else we could do that without, ruining your experience in general, and without taking away from the point that we wanted to.
Yeah, you didn't want to overburden the main story.
The story.
Right. Yeah, because it's especially towards the end, like, you get a lot more information about the stuff, and it's it's just me playing a lot of adventure games. I'm really into getting the world, understanding the world, and getting invested in the world. And the more information I can get, the more invested I am, and that's something that I like personally. To find out more about the lore, about the history, like, what makes this character tick, why is he here, why are they doing this, and so on. So to me, that's but I can get how it could be too much as in, like, too much without necessarily bringing anything to the table. Like too much work for too little, payoff.
Another problem that we would encounter if we would go with, explaining every detail in KAPIA is that we would go, you can explain details about robots by bringing in more details. And then you will get this infinite, loop where you would go and just find more details, and then you just have your head spinning of why. So, it's left a little bit for your imagination. And I do think that every point is kind of hinted at. Enough where you can kind of guess it, just like an impressionist kind of painting. You just you look at it and you think something up. I think it's enough, in my opinion. I mean, maybe yes.
My opinion is,
it's like, yes, some would feel differently.
Right. It's just that's a compliment. Like, what you created is so interesting that I want to see, immerse myself more into it. Now, when it comes to, future ideas, without spoiling, would you more likely go, like, looking towards the future of where KAPIA finished, or more in the same time period, or maybe before the timeline of KAPIA? Like, what would you want to explore more? The future, or the same, something around the same time, or previous?
I think it will most definitely surprise you what we are going to make, but really wait for the announcement.
No, like, but that's not spoiling. It's like, because it's your opinion. Like it's not spoiling anything. It's like, yeah, I know. I mean, I would really like to, see Stefan's, youth, but maybe, like, you don't have to spoil anything, because it's a personal thing, right? Because maybe you like something, you want to explore something, but for the next project, you'll do something else. Throw a red herring in here.
We will see very soon as to where it will take us. Hopefully we will see very soon, because I mean, we need to get KAPIA online. After that, we'll make some announcements. So maybe meet again, make an announcement.
I mean, definitely, but are you split right now? Like, split as in, not like that. Jesus Christ, no. You're gonna be like, you're gonna, no, I mean, you and your husband, Pavel. Like, is he split, like, like, focusing on the porting, you on maybe what's coming next? Is that kind of like, or are you both focusing on the thing?
We can do that, because I mean, we really, that's something that we are thinking about, because that would come naturally, because first of all, of course, in any development you need models, and that's what I do. So I can prepare some assets, and then we can go, and in the meantime my husband can look at what we are in for KAPIA, I mean the scope of the problem. So yeah, that would be a natural way for us to act in this situation. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, so that's good thinking.
Well, it's like because different skill sets. Like someone you can focus on something. So that's a. Are you thinking of going to like any vacation after all this? Like 6 years in, COVID, it's pretty much past. Like it's gonna go like endemic and stuff like that. Like I think this year is gonna be like do you want to like just go somewhere after all this?
You know what we discovered after this, and we were of course planning of just not doing anything for like a life, but what we discovered is we actually really enjoy making games. That's something that we really like doing. So I think we're gonna just take a little break, maybe go jump.
Stay put for a little longer. It's like we're gonna stay for this place for 6 more months at least. Yeah. No, because it's like. Cause when we talked previously, like you two were in, you traveled a lot, and that's great. I'm just saying it's like, and it feels like if you like that a lot, and then you have to, for the most part, you were forced, not in a bad way, but because of the project, it was like you had to be somewhere, and COVID, add COVID to that, and that would limit, movement even more. And I was thinking, like now that it's done, like do you feel that need to? Oh, I just want to go somewhere.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Not right now.
Right.
It is kind of a tiring experience in a way. Because I mean, of course, it's very exciting, but then you do lose a lot of time. Finding an apartment, finding a place to buy groceries. Just generally exploring. And so maybe not this time, maybe later. But for right now, I'm pretty satisfied where we are. So. And besides, we do have this COVID situation, so it's probably not a very good idea to,
I mean, it's better now.
Go traveling, basically. It's better.
It's not great, but it's better than.
But still,
COVID passes and stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's not. I mean, actually, are there any passes like that in like the world of KAPIA? Would someone, and this is not spoiler or anything like that, in the world of KAPIA, would someone traveling from one dome to another, would they need some like digital ID or some paperwork that's more than just a passport, like something like I don't know, like I don't know, blood analysis, I don't know, blood results?
Yeah, they do. I can actually answer this question, because I mean in the first version of KAPIA, Stefan actually had to insert his ID key into a terminal to get through the gates. So they would need that. So they would need this digital ID that would allow them into the dome. We had to get rid of that bit, but yeah, it would have answered the question.
It still exists in the lore. Yeah. Okay, that's. I mean, that's not great because I'm not a fan of those, but yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's it's done. Like, I don't know. Like,
it is a war. I mean.
Yeah, but it's that's the greatest excuse ever. Like, there's always a war. but I wanted to ask some stuff, but it's gonna be too spoilery. Tell me a little about the artwork for the stories in the terminal. So I don't remember necessarily that from the demo, but I really like the style of it. It's like you went, I don't know, like early 20th century with the style of those paper reports.
Yeah, right. And the propaganda stuff.
Yeah, and I found it, I don't know, it was very different than anything else in KAPIA, and I really liked it because it's part of the history, I guess. And I was thinking, like, what did you take as inspiration for that? Because like for the layman, me, it looked like early 20th century drawing. Like that would be an inspiration.
You got it.
Really?
Basically you got
Like, did you like propaganda posters? You took stuff like that? Because it looked so.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. It stood out to me. It was very nice. It's a very nice change compared to the modernity of it all, right?
You got it. I don't even know what else to say, because I mean you got it so well.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we were going for, and because I mean the text is also it also speaks of that. So we wanted to really, we want person to open it up and immediately understand what's going to be about. It's not going to be like a kid's story. And KAPIA is sort of, it is probably suitable for every age, I guess. I mean, we don't really have anything like violent in
no
there.
gore.
I mean, there is I mean, there is a couple mentions of alcohol, but I mean, it's even that is hidden kind of under this made up drink, and the only mention of alcohol is where the guy actually puts it into his card. So that's
not,
probably
it's a very friendly. It's a very young person friendly. Let's say like 10 and over, 12 and over. I don't think it's that's
but at the same time, it's not a kid's story. I mean, it's kind of we do have a complicated plot going on in there, and we did want people to see it immediately as they looked at those screens, and I'm happy that you got it.
And well, I don't know what to say about the first person view. I mean, I don't know if you remember, like I complimented that because it's a very nice insertion to everything. I really like that there's more of it in the full release, and it worked really well. So that was really nice. It's like that really connects you to the character on such a different level compared to everything else. Like if you take every point and click adventure game, you take KAPIA, is like, yes, this one is gonna give you the most sense of I am playing this character because of that, and it's a very smooth change. So for people who haven't seen it, just get KAPIA and try it. There's a lot of very well timed moments where the camera goes from somewhere above, which is to first person view, and that makes, I don't know, it definitely changes your perspective, obviously because it's a different perspective, but also connects you to the character in a different way. I like that. That was very nice, and I really like that there was more of it, because I remember there was one in the demo where Stefan went into the airplane, and there's a lot more in the full release, so that was very nice. But yeah, it's I don't know, it was
it was kind of an expensive idea in the end, because I mean, everything that's from the first person, it was hand animated, and we do have motion capture, but that's it was too difficult to find matching objects to actually motion capture it. But so everything is hand animated that you see from the first person view. But I think this mechanic is a keeper. I really do like how it turned out as well. Maybe we could continue doing something like that, even though it is kind of it does take a lot from us. But the effect, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it works really well, and it just, I don't know, it's such it puts KAPIA in a kind of like a different category, because it's 3D, right? And it's not the first 3D game, that's one thing, but because of the genre, and because a lot of adventure games use 3D, especially not how you use it, and it's the fact that you use 3D. Like, what can we do with 3D? Oh well, first person, obviously, like that's but no one uses it, and you put it in, and I think it works. I don't know, it's such a good thing in it. Although I understand it's a lot of work. It's such an every time I saw it, like, yes, more first person is really nice. Like when you see Rennie, it's really nice. I'm not a fan of Rennie losing certain parts of her without spoiling. That was a little bit like, wait, no, that's hers. But yeah, but if you
that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, you have
sharing
to
is caring.
Have this.
Yeah.
You have to have this moment, otherwise it wouldn't work.
It was a nice moment. Yeah. I was kind of hoping that she would get something in return, like a hook or something. I don't know. Something. Well, maybe not a hook, but maybe something of that sense. Oh, another thing. So without spoiling, technically, there's an event at the very end which there's a choice made by the people in the world.
Right.
Is that outcome set in stone? Like, or depending on what you've done in the game, could you get different outcomes? I'm guessing.
No, it's a very
right. It's
very yes. It's very linear. Yes.
Because the first time I played, I was like, wait, they're doing this? Like, wait, I don't have the power over it? Wait, like, I panicked a little bit, like, wait, what did I do something wrong? Like, are they gonna not do it the way I think they should do it? And it, it worked out, but still. It was a little tense, because I didn't know that if you, like, put in something like, oh, did I not say something to the robots and they're not gonna make the choice that I wanted to make? And yeah, that was very tense, especially since the result was close.
Would you have made a different choice?
No, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice if, I'm not saying that because there's more work, obviously, but I panicked. I literally panicked when that happened. I was like, wait, like, they're doing this? You felt powerless. When that happened, you felt powerless. Whereas throughout the game, you had a chance. Like, when you played with Stefan, you had a chance. You had you had to use your smarts. You had to look around. You have to combine things. You have to. So
it wasn't up to you.
Exactly, but that's the thing, and that's why it was the scary part, because it wasn't up to me. It was like everything was outside of my control.
Well, it was supposed to be, but it wasn't supposed to be up to you.
Right. No, but the outcome was good. But when it, you know what I mean, when you don't have control and the outcome is bad, like there's a like, no, I don't want that. But yeah, okay. So it was just that was the only outcome. Okay, because because
you didn't mess up. Everything went fine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, technically yes, because I got the ending that that I would have wanted, but it was I was thinking like, wait, do I have to replay and see if I can make if I can do something in order to change that? But okay, if that's not the case, it's fine. Yeah, I guess. Jesus, that was tense. That was a tense moment. That was the most tense moment in and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just check KAPIA and see. It's towards the very end. You can also hear my voice after soon after, but it's it's a nice moment in at the end of it all. Anyway, I don't want to. Should we talk about the eye at all? Probably not, right? That's spoilery. That's a bit spoilery.
Oh, it depends on what you want to talk about.
I mean, how many eyes did you have? Did you have to put in? Because in the Kickstarter, right, people could submit their eyes, so they would be put. How many?
It's just, I don't know. It was turned out to be such a cool idea. I think it was,
I like it, but like
10 or something.
It just sounds, yeah, really, that 10 overall.
10 or 12. I don't remember really.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it wasn't like extreme number or anything like that. Besides, we added just random eyes too, so just make it even scarier. But I think Becker's eyes are the best. I mean, I just love how it turned out. Just spiced up the world so much. I don't think I could have come up with something, as good on my own without their help, because I mean, obviously you try to work to do something extra for them, and I did. Each eye that we have from Becker's, they are unique. I mean, the model is a little unique. I mean, it has their own little additions on it.
Yeah, you can.
And just the fact
you could
that
literally be a creepy eye in KAPIA. That's pretty much it. Because they're all kind of creepy.
And you can look at yourself, and you can look at yourself from the screen.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was, and the artwork. I don't know. You have so much. I was blown away when I looked. So every time, this is not a spoiler, really. With KAPIA, every time there's a loading screen, there's a lovely artwork made by a very, very a child, basically a very young person, a child. And you got so many submissions. That's like, how many do you have overall? Because there's a lot of it. It's like the variety, like
13,
right? So did you give them the themes, like what to draw, or was
yeah. That's how we went. Because I mean, I couldn't really tell.
Because it was spoilery.
And
they would understand. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just go and draw me a cat in a mechanical suit or something like that.
Right.
And, I mean, so it went like this. I asked them to, I gave them a theme. For example, the very first loading screen is by a really small girl, Tali, and I asked her to draw grandfather on skiing, grandpa skiing. So she drew her grandpa and how he would ski, and then I made Stefan from him, and that's how that was our first screen, and we just was a 100% hit on the very first, in the system. So I just really like how it turned out, the system itself, and then I would just make it look like Stefan, and that's how all the screens were created.
That's right, because you have something different for each screen, which makes it, because okay, no one likes loading screens. Basically, that's the thing.
Right.
They're not long, so that's not a big problem. But it's so nice to have like, oh look at the drawing. It's they're all different, and it's so nice to see, and they're related to what happened. So that's very nice, and I especially like the
really
one with the bunny.
Part too.
Yeah.
Oh, the bunny.
Very good artwork. What can I say? There's some of them are like we should look at those people like in like those kids in like I don't know like 10 years, 15 years, and they're gonna be game artists. Yeah.
I hope it will be fun for them to take a look at it. And,
so those were backers. So the children of backers who submitted that.
No, it was I don't know. We had we had a pledge for it on Kickstarter, but no one actually. Probably I don't think anyone understood what they were into. Because I was trying to explain why it's kind of difficult to explain even with the video, because I mean they don't understand what their kids are going to be doing, and then how difficult or challenging it may be for them, or would they want to do it in general. So even though it wasn't a very expensive pledge, I mean I spent about 2 days on each drawing in the end, and no one went for it. So we ended up with community kids from our just Twitter and
Discord.
Discord and Reddit and Facebook, and we just called for children to participate. And in the end, I don't care. I mean, I think I even like it better, because it didn't turn out like I'm using kids for it didn't turn out that I was.
Did anyone say something like that on Reddit?
No.
Oh no! Wait, Anna. Okay, wait. Let's be honest. There must be one person on Reddit who's so insane that would be like, oh my god, you're using child labor. Like you're selling a game and you're making money. Oh come on, it's Reddit. They're like crazy people in there. Like of course one of them is insane enough to think that.
Best time on Reddit. Why? No.
I mean, so far, sure, in your community maybe, but yeah.
So far it's been great to me.
Yeah, that's
lucky.
Good.
I'm lucky. I have great Twitter too, so I'm lucky.
I mean, with Twitter, I don't know, it's easier. It's like people complain about like, no, I just follow nice people and I'm done. Like, what's the problem? How can you complain about Twitter when you literally can choose who you follow and you just get like some random recommendations for stuff? It's like, no, I don't care. Like, it's fine. Like,
I don't know. I have good experience on Twitter, so
yeah, me too.
I guess there are certain creeps that can creep up on you at any time, anywhere. But...
Okay, so no one complained. That's the point. Like no one complained.
No one complained. But I do get this Kickstarter thing a lot, because I mean we did have this pledge, but I mean you can literally look it up and it says zero people.
Right, yeah. No, but
done it. So
yeah, it was such a nice thing because it changed the loading screen, it makes it interesting. It makes the loading screen interesting. Loading screens are not usually interesting unless you get like tips and something, but then that's kind of like done. Like you try something else, and it's really nice. It's always nice to see like the drawings. It's very nice. And I was thinking that like that were Kickstarter people, but no, okay, if it's community, nice. That's nice. Some pretty talented kids out there. That's
we actually had more people. We actually had more kids that we had the loading screens, and then in the end, you've seen our credits. We will put the remaining. I just had to write out names, and I put them in a hat, and then just drew them randomly, because I mean I didn't want to I didn't want to choose them myself, so I just did it this way. And then what we had remaining, people who had remaining, I just asked them to draw whatever they like, and we put them on credits on the credits page,
which is a pretty nice big book. It's a big book of credits, basically.
It's a big book of credits because of how all our Kickstarter backers on it. It's so cool to look at them.
Yeah, it's also not cool to have to wait until Rennie turns the page so you can see my name in the credits. So like I understand I'm not going to be on the front page or the first 2 pages. That's understandable because of how small the role is.
Hold on a second. I think you're like on the 3rd page. What are you talking about? You're an actress.
No, but I have to wait. I'm sorry. Okay.
What are you complaining about?
Because I'm complaining that I can't turn the pages myself, so I can get to the page where my name is written. That's the thing. I can't see my name fast enough in the credits. That's basically all it is.
Well, actually, we had that idea, and we
wanted
to
update?
do that, but.
Future update.
We will have to redo the animation because we had to add a few more pages, and then because of that, we just had to go with this. But before that, you could go back and forth with Ready
Mhm.
and just do it yourself.
I just want to see my name, okay? Like, I understand all the nice people, whatever. I see my name in
Pause
there.
it, pause it, pause it. I think you can pause it. Can
Yeah,
you
you
pause it?
can. I think. Well, I can take a screenshot, I guess. But like it's not. It's. I was not exploited throughout the development of KAPIA. That's fine. Like everything that I did was voluntary, so it's fine. What else? Well, I talked about this. I can't talk about Robbie. He's so cute, and I really wanted to know more of him. But anyway, that's a different thing. Okay, more Robbie maybe in KAPIA too. Anything that you want people to follow, to find, of course, in the description. There's the Kickstarter. No, the Kickstarter's not good. It's old. There's links to the Steam page, to Good Old Games, the Discord channel if you want to jump in and maybe eventually submit a nice drawing for a future project, whatever that might be. And where can people find you? And what do you want people to have eyes on? Like in addition to KAPIA.
You guys are, in addition to KAPIA, I mean, other games or?
No, no, I was joking. Obviously, you're gonna say like, no, yeah, we're right now. The best thing to do is to go on, like play KAPIA, play it a lot. So no, actually, that's what everyone needs to do. Buy it, play it a lot, like get like 10 hours in, okay? Get 10 hours in, so when people look on and give a great review with like 4 or 5 lines. So when people search, right, they're not gonna see 30 minutes or great best game ever, because that's not gonna be a good review. Like that's a bot review. Right. No, you have to actually play it, have some good hours in it. If you can have 100 hours, that's great. I don't know how you're gonna get to that, but you can do that. Just leave the game open, or I don't know, watch Bonnie for like 90 hours. But that's one of the things, like to play, to review, and so on.
And I really appreciate this bit, of course, because I mean we do need that. But I also wanted to say that we want to continue making games, and if you guys want to follow our progress, it would be amazing, because we want your feedback. We want to hear you. We want to hear what you like, what you dislike, and we always listen. We always listen to what you have to say. It is important because I mean we are making games for you, and we want to continue bringing good moments into your lives eventually.
Okay.
That's something that we really enjoy. And of course, you can follow us on any media, I mean, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, whatever you like, we're there.
Worst criticism after release, not before, because it doesn't, like, before release is like it's right. In production. Worst thing that you've heard, what was it? Or one of the worst things that you've heard? Does have to be like
that's probably that we didn't do enough. We didn't.
Are you putting me on the spot right now? Is that what you're doing?
No, it wasn't just you.
It's like, the worst thing is like, yeah, what you said 20 minutes ago. It's like, what? How am I on trial here? No, I said there's a lot of good stuff about KAPIA. I want to see more. Jesus. No, because I'm really interested in, like, because my criticism is not really criticism. It's like, yes, I wanted to see more. That's that's not a bad thing. But I mean, what's the really nothing like
someone
said that it's, I don't know, camera perspective. I don't know, like, I don't know,
camera,
not enough
just
stuff in.
But I mean, cameras were expected. I mean, because I mean, you can't really. I think we did all we could with 3D cameras. I mean, it was expected. Some issues with that. I mean, it's not really issues, but I mean, getting used to them, I guess.
Right,
well, some people did. Oh, there were a couple people that didn't understand an art style, like, at all.
Like they didn't like the
I mean, it wasn't their thing. I mean, that's
okay. Yeah, that's a preference.
It was, but I mean, yeah, that's preference thing. But I mean, that's probably it. And the most common criticism, I guess, that it's not. People want to hear more stories. People want to know more about this universe, and that's something that we didn't expect. So that's probably the only thing.
How did you not expect that? It's like,
I don't know. I thought it was a pretty long game, to be honest.
I mean, it's not. I mean, the length is fine. It's just, the length is fine. The world that you created is just, it can be used for like 100 hours of, what I mean. Like, that's the thing. The world lends itself to, I don't know, like 1,000 games if you like. It's that type of thing. So when you get this experience, it's like, oh, great, like I want more than that. That's not a bad thing, because the game length is not bad at all. It's not a short game by any stretch of the word. So I don't know. I won't say it's short.
So I don't know. It hasn't been bad so far, and the reviews came in, and they are pretty good too. I mean, have positive on both GOG and Steam. So.
Okay,
So that's probably something I just didn't expect. But I mean, it was our first game, so it was a bit of a surprise that you guys, I didn't expect you to understand the world so well. That's something. I'm not just saying that you guys are stupid or anything like that. I mean, I didn't expect me to explain it like in such a coherent way.
Like because of the language, like because English is not your native language, is that like, or the translation, is that was one of your worries that you couldn't?
Well, I wrote KAPIA in English, so it wasn't really translated ever. So I think that's actually a good thing, because I mean, English is not obviously my native language, but I think because of that,
get out of here.
Oh, come on.
I'm joking. It's fine. Your English is fine.
I think I can use easier English, and it's more it's easier for people to understand. I mean, for those people who it's not a native language as well. But I mean, because it's my first experience at writing, I guess that would be the main point.
Okay, so you haven't written like not games, like anything like on any medium before? Like this is your first big writing project, or did you do like I don't know, books, pamphlets? I don't know what else.
Well, I don't know, apart from,
nothing like that. Like in terms of like I don't know, like copywriting, anything that in that regard we had some experience with writing.
No,
fictional writing.
Apart from being a student, no. And I wasn't like a writing student, so that was something that I would understand if you guys wouldn't understand the story, but I mean, you guys understand really well, so that was my concern, that you wouldn't understand what I was trying to communicate.
Okay.
But no, it worked out. So
can you like say that KAPIA is for like high IQ people and make that a thing? Like, put that on Reddit. Put that like if you're.
Thank you for setting me up.
No, that's a good thing. Put a meme on Reddit. It's like if you're under, I don't know, 120 IQ, you're never gonna understand KAPIA. And it's like, are you smart enough to play KAPIA? That's the thing. Like, like that game. Like, are you smarter than the 5th grader? You put like take that like artwork and like, are you smart enough to play KAPIA? And it's
but it's not about. I'm not saying that it's not about you guys. It's about.
It's funny. Like you can use it as a marketing material. Like 99 out of 100 people do not get the solution to this problem. Like that types of things. And it's like 99 out of 100 people are not smart enough to understand KAPIA's story. Are you smart enough? And that's gonna make them like, wait, I'm smart. Let me check the game out.
I think everyone is pretty much everyone turned out to be. I don't know how. I don't think it's about you being smart. It's about
it's about you expressing
us doing it together, us doing it well together, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's again, the story, especially the pacing towards the end. I think it's accelerated.
It is.
So and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like it goes like whoop, like oh well wait what, and but the conclusion is fine. That's not an issue. So it doesn't take you into a weird place or whatever. It's like it's a smooth thing, and then it kind of like it shocks you a little bit, like with the amount. But it's nice. It's just I want to see more of it. That's the problem. Like 6 years. Like, do I actually have to wait another 6 years? That's crazy. Like, I'm not young anymore. That's.
I hope so, because I'm not either. Because I hope the next one. I mean, it did take quite a long learning curve. Because it was the first game. So
and that's
I hope
past
that
you
the next
already.
one, right? So I hope that we already have our pipeline set up, so it won't take that long next time.
So
I definitely don't want to make it that long myself.
So on 3D, like, is that something that you could say like
3D,
okay, so that's what you want to continue
3D,
with in terms of
yes.
the visuals.
And probably, I think that it will be recognizable as a,
Hmm.
as our next game will be recognizable as something
Interesting.
that KAPIA creators have done.
Okay, that's you see, you reveal more than you want with that thing. It's like, wait, that means it's going to be different,
Or you
but
think,
recognizable.
or you think I remember.
Yeah, maybe. No, but it's interesting because it's like, because it does stand out. The visual style does put Capia again. It puts it in a different category, and I think that's a good thing because it's hard to stand out in these days, you know.
It
And
is.
with this style, it's like, oh yeah, like they're like
Well,
90% 2D games, and this is definitely 3D. So let's check
I'm
this
glad you
out.
like what it turned out, because I mean I really can't do anything else, I guess, because I mean that's
Oh
the
yeah,
style, and what we have is just something that comes
yeah.
naturally, and I don't think I can just go turn
Well, you don't
around
have
and
to
just do.
because if you like what you're doing and you're doing it good, like why would you change? Like if you start doing pixel art right now, like you could try, and but why would you do that
But
if
it
you
wouldn't
already
be
have some
honest. It
skills?
wouldn't, and it
No, but I'm
wouldn't be
saying like you
honest.
don't
I mean
need to
that's
like you don't need to even
good,
start try
good.
that because you're doing your own thing and it works really well, and maybe you can bring that freaking game with the bombing with shooting down bombs. That would be nice. That was
That
really
was so
cute.
cool too.
Yeah, I really like
We actually
the
we actually
little
had
video
that
that you put.
on. We had that in one of the game shows, and the early game shows that we did. We actually
Hmm.
had that level.
Hmm.
Maybe we can. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe working build and make a video of it.
That's fine.
But
You,
it
you know
was
you could do a throwback to that in the
yeah,
future release. I don't know, like put some
something.
reference to it. Like it's such an obscure reference that only like the biggest Kapia fans would know about it. So that's
That
nice.
the model of the governor.
I mean, he's supposed to probably be a big thing, and we don't see him. Okay, I could assume why, because he's not relevant, because
Not
he's
relevant
not
to the
making,
story.
yeah, he's not, let's say he's not the one making decisions, like without
Right.
spoiling. So in that regard I understand, because like it would be useless
Hmm.
to get someone who's a pawn basically in the whole scheme of things, and
Exactly.
you want to see the ones who are actually very relevant. So in
Focus,
that,
and
yeah, yeah.
less distractions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I still like to shake his hand, take a picture, because he's the governor of Kapia. It's like like you put some hashtags. It's like
Maybe
he's
I
still
could
a
show.
celebrity technically. He's still technically a celebrity there. But yeah. Anyway, it's the ending was really nice. I can't spoil it or anything like that. That's annoying. But it's not annoying. But
Your
it's
participation was very nice in it.
what what in the like the
What
line
in a
the
game in a game.
Uh, I mean, you know what? It's with my
Oh, so
voice.
cool. I mean, I love. I think having our community in it, just
Oh
being
yeah,
involved in it.
yeah, yeah. So many people
It
involved. Yeah,
I think
is
it
that
just
one
makes
of
it
the big
so.
things? Yeah, like one of the big things for you, like how many people came together
Oh
voluntarily
wow.
to like
Oh
to make
wow.
to help you with this, and like not asking necessarily for something, or like maybe giving you a discount for like voiceover just because they wanted to be in your project.
It's just I mean the whole Kickstarter. I mean
Mm-hmm.
that's basically it's absolutely amazing, and the kids drawings, and you
Yeah.
guys doing little parts in it, and it's just I think I like how it just drew people together, and I
Mm-hmm.
guess it wasn't my game.
It's your game.
Probably
It's your game. It
in
is
the
still your game, But people can want to participate. Like people want to take part in something that they're attracted to. So that's like it's still your game. Don't no one's gonna take that away from you. Like don't that's no. It's your because if you wouldn't exist, if Anna was like a, I don't know a marine biologist, going all over the world, then we wouldn't have Kapia. But like it's so because going to the credits, like so many people have like contributed to this, and it's so nice, and it's
Mhm.
it's it it's not a
Helped
community
us.
thing, but it's yeah
It is a community thing, and
to some extent, yeah.
I don't think I would have kept my sanity. In fact, without having people cheering me up, and
Hmm.
just generally helping with an advice on Twitter and on Facebook, and it is a big thing. It is a big thing to feel a part of a community, because I mean, we essentially we move so many times. We are kind of lost in this world. So basically, we're kind of living in this digital universe ourselves. And it is great to have people that you know in this universe. I mean, even if you never physically met, I mean, I still feel that you guys are real people, and you.
No, we are real people. Like, do you see
really,
me? Like, this isn't this. I'm not a hologram. Like, if you cut. Oh wait, wait. If you cut me, don't I bleed? It's like, come on. Well, maybe that would be weird, right? It's like, look, like, I'm gonna cut it, and then it's like some green goo or something. Like, like, oops.
Don't check.
No. Of course, no. No, I wouldn't. But it's like, I don't.
No,
I don't
not
want you to
when
see
we're
the.
alive, okay?
No, not the lizard
Don't
skin
check it
after
after
this. No. Obviously, it's like, I'm gonna prove to you that I'm like, blood, and I know I have to go. No. But yeah. So. You have a Discord, so that's also linked in the description. I really wanted to mention that because people can go in and talk to you directly and help out. What's been the response so far, like from media and streamers? Like a lot of people like hit you up for for multiple keys, and like like a lot of scammers hit you up for because that's like.
Was this one guy who just started writing, and he introduced himself as a one name, and then by the end of the name he said, "Okay, bye," and then he just wrote the different names. So
okay, well, we can discard that.
No, there's nothing suspicious about this. Nothing at all. I mean, he just maybe he has two names. But...
Yeah, I'm Teddy, and the email is I don't know, like george28@gmail.com. It's like, wait a minute.
And then bye, Sandy. It was nice meeting you. Sandy. Basically that's basically what it was, because I mean it linked to a different person, and his email didn't match, and that's scammers for you. But I mean I check every time, so I don't offend anyone on accident, but sometimes you do run into them.
Oh, like offending one, like calling them real or not live?
Yeah. I just like I did to you, right?
Yes. I feel unsafe.
Sorry?
I feel victimized. Like not only did you make me play a game, well, technically you didn't make me, but like you made me interested in a game, and you didn't give me like 100 hours of it. Like that hurts me. That really hurts me. Okay, and now you say that like it's fine. Some people are not real, like you. Like, no, how can you say that? No, but it's
pretty sure I didn't say that, but.
You implied it. It's like
okay, we have a recording of it. I can actually go back and listen. You know that, right?
I mean, you're free to do that. You're not gonna like the things that came out of your mouth about being real or not. You won't like that. You'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. It's okay. It's fine.
Probably. Or regrets. Instant regrets.
No, I mean it's a Friday. A lot of problems. This is like a casual thing.
It's a crazy day. Yeah, today's a crazy day.
Well,
and my internet didn't work before, and 5 minutes before that.
But the gods smile upon us.
We made it.
Yeah, and it's 6 years in. Like, is it relief? Is it like one of the do you feel relief after all this?
It is an amazing moment, and it cannot be described with a single sentence.
Right. Yeah.
Just you feel absolutely astonishing, because I mean you've created something that is now lives on its own and touches people, and people reacting to your words, to your work. It's absolutely astonishing.
And is that like right away after, like, did you get I just want to take a break, or like, oh, we need to work on the other on something new now? Like, what's the
first day?
Yeah.
I think it was the first or second day. The second day that we started discussing our next project.
Wow. Okay, that's that's exciting. It's like like
no, I'm serious. We just really like doing that. It's just something that we wanted to do. I mean, I'm just happy that it didn't disappoint us in the end. I mean, I
don't think it disappointed anyone. Like the reviews are really good. Like on Steam, at least there's it's and good old games, but like everything's like mostly positive. I don't think I've seen, at least on Steam, I didn't check the reviews on Google Games, but I don't think there's any negative review on Steam that I've seen.
There is
Like,
none so far.
so that
There is none.
yeah.
I guess there will be some. I mean, obviously you can.
Don't jinx it.
You know.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Come
Jinx
talk to
again.
me. I don't know.
Don't jinx it. No, but it's like it's a very positive. One thing that it's not related because you can't really do anything. That people who got the key to Kickstarter, for example, you know, like they get in that category of like, you know, key received and not bought, and I guess their review doesn't. That's really annoying to me because it's like those should count, because even if they have some biases, that doesn't mean that bias is going to necessarily lead to a recommendation, because people can be, you know, burned by Kickstarter. So hopefully, you know, Steam can change it in a certain way, so you can maybe, you know, separate the people who got, you know, Steam keys. Yeah, for like in crowdfunding in general, because that's a totally different thing. You can be, you know, you can like the game, you can be disappointed in the game, and your review should be just as valid as someone who found the game, you know, randomly on Steam, well, you know, recommended and you know, it's such a.
I know what you mean, but I think I see the technical problem here too.
No, but you can have but it's unfair. It's unfair for the creators and for the people, because, for example,
for the people, most of all, yeah.
But you know, because reviews are important, like especially for discovery. So if you have, just imagine you have a game that I don't know, like gets 10,000 people on Kickstarter, right? 10,000 keys, and you know what I mean, like what you have 10,000 people who get keys who they weren't scammed into it. They, you know, they didn't get paid for that. They actually paid in order to play the game, and they could have their own view on it. Of course, there's certain biases, but still their opinion should matter. And then all of those would be like, yeah, we're not gonna count those when we make the, you know, the evaluation on Steam. That's such a weird thing. I really don't think it works. It's
because if you would count all our reviews, so there's about 40. It's about 40 right now, and what we have is like way less than that because of the Steam keys. I mean Kickstarter keys. But I mean, I can see the technical problems that we could encounter with, you know, that Steam would encounter if they would count Kickstarter keys, because I mean, some irresponsible people could give away, you know, keys to their friends, and they would just, you know, upload them basically. So I mean, I can see where it's a problem. But yeah, at the same time, of course, it's very unfair. But I mean, every time I see a comment from a Kickstarter backer, it just warms my heart so much. I mean, it's people that did put their trust in us, and you know, just seeing that we didn't disappoint them is just absolutely. It is a different, you know, experience for me.
Are you thinking of going, let's say, back to crowdfunding for the next thing, for the next project?
Probably. Since it didn't turn out to be a bad experience for everybody, and I guess we can keep that model going. I hope.
Maybe I hope. Like why would that be? Why would that be a negative? Because it's like, you know, you had a successful Kickstarter, so it wasn't, you know, like the backers, like the you know, the rewards went out okay, like other than that, we still physical rewards, right? That's the physical reward,
yeah. But that's because we want to do them really well. And for the art book, we just came up with like something crazy, and we want to try that. So yeah, it's all. I mean, if we have a delay, it's for the best. I mean, I promise.
No, but that's mostly the case with physical rewards for people. That's not unusual. Like, I think people understand that that's, you know, like you can't ship a physical
because I mean,
the same.
Of course I explained everything in the updates and everything. So.
No, because it can take like maybe even 6 months to get the stuff. So I don't think that's necessarily weird. It's just a physical medium is going to take a lot longer to, you know, to be made and delivered than. And of course, you know, the digital project, which is the game, is going to take priority. You know, that's
and we actually made sure so that people would have access to the game even with those, because I mean the box version, it included only it didn't include a digital key, and we ended up gifting a digital key
So
to
they could
people,
play
so
right
they
away.
would, so they, right, because I mean
Yeah.
we didn't deliver on the day of release, so we wanted to make sure that people could still, you know, play
No, it's
the
really
game
tough,
and
right?
have
Like the
that.
logistics of physical rewards, it's crazy. So yeah, obviously it's gonna take a lot more time, and you want to invest whatever time you have in the digital release, because that's the biggest thing, right? But yeah, so we're gonna talk in 6 months when someone complained on Reddit that they didn't get their their art book. It's like no, people love me on Reddit. That's gonna be that thing. I was like, I'm not gonna jinx it, but it's like, oh no, our experience has been very good on Reddit. Yeah, just wait. Well, actually, no, you're probably gonna have
Okay,
a good
okay.
experience in continue. It depends on the community, I guess. Like if you build, it depends who comes in and who interacts. And
I
I
don't
don't
know,
think
maybe I'm just lucky.
I don't think
Right, don't jinx
they're
it.
like trolls coming in, and what I mean. Like Kapia is not the type of game where that would attract like that type of individual that would troll,
I
that would be mean. What I mean. It's not that, because it's a positive game. It's like it's nice, it's friendly, it's like it's funny characters. It's not it's not negative. What I mean. It's not violent. It's not, I don't know. It's
and
not trolling. It's not
I'm glad you're seeing it this way, because we really wanted to make a positive game where people would just generally feel good in this environment. That was how it was supposed to be, Even with the heavier kind of plot, we still wanted to be, fun and light for those who wanted to feel fun and light. And you don't need to even dive into this plot if you don't need to be honest. I mean, you can just enjoy the environment and just, have fun with mini games and stuff like that.
Yeah, the heavier things are like like they're subdued enough that like you don't have to philosophize or I like that stuff, like thinking about the war and their war, not wars in general like necessarily, but their war and what they went through and with the eye and everything. That's interesting to me because it's like it's a whole dynamic. It's impacted so many people. But if you just want to kind of like play it and have these, most of the stuff, it's like, yeah, spike this guy's drink, that's fun. It's funny, like fish for some, that's cute and fun. So yeah, that's like look at this cat, like get this cat to do to get away from you. That's cute and fun. The dog, for example, that's again all the, like most of the stuff that you do are cute, like the doves. Like that's, anyway, that was a nice thing. That was a very nice touch, and I got it from the start. That was good. Like I know how to program doves. Yay! Anyway, mechanical doves.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like yeah, congratulations, you have an IQ of 90. It's like I thought Kapia had like smart. Never mind. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. It's just yes,
I think you're overthinking this,
What? No, it's like it's for smart people. It's Kapia is for smart people. Like if you don't have an IQ of 120 at least, you're not gonna get it or you're gonna finish it. So, wait a minute, because I did have a problem with. Well, no, I did have a. Oh yeah, you should say because it's easy, so more people play it. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah.
I think it's
right.
okay. It's well balanced. Okay.
No, it is. Yeah, I agree. It is. It is. It's not. It's just. It's different. Like if you've played any, like say classic point and click adventure game, Kapia is. It feels of that genre, but it has a different vibe to it, and you're put in a situation that will feel similar, but the puzzles are a little bit wacky, like they're turned upside down. So it's really cute, like turned upside down, like that bridge character, which I really like. That's another highlight. That's he's really so cute. Like I could like a. It would be nice to have like a printed version, like a 3D printed of that little guy, because he's cute. Anyway, it's a robot.
It's a robot, like yes. Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, for people who don't know, it's a robot, and he has multiple functions. Let's just say that, or don't step on him. That's the only thing that it's not nice.
He doesn't like being crossed.
Yeah. Well, yes, and that's a metaphor. Exactly. Nice. That's how you that's what you write interesting games. You can do metaphors like that, like on a whim. So anything else? Just Kapia, play it, review it, follow for more. Is that the conclusion?
I hope so. I hope that's the conclusion you will make. And there is also demo available, so if you
All right, yeah.
are kind of
A pretty beefy demo, actually. Like an hour and a half demo.
An hour and a
overall.
half.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know.
It's over an hour. It's definitely over an hour. Yeah, to play it, yeah, the demo, yeah. I because I live stream it and it took, it's definitely more than an hour, the demo version. You don't remember your own demo? You made it. It's like
I played faster, okay?
Yeah, okay, well that's true. No, but
I mean, it is difficult to judge. No, seriously, it is really difficult to judge.
Yeah. No, it is, but again, check it on Kickstarter. A very good estimation for the playtime. Very good estimation for the playtime. For me, it was a bit longer, and for for lower IQ people, who probably even no, let's not go into. That would be fun. It's like, if you have IQ of this, you're gonna finish KAPIA. No, what it says on Steam and on Good Old Games in terms of length, that's a very good estimation. I think for most.
That's what I see people play it generally on Steam. I mean, I have the statistics, and it's pretty much what we have.
It's not fault advertising like 12 hours and it takes you 5. Yeah, no, that's not. That's not the case. It's a very good estimate. It's a very fair estimate. Very good and fair estimate. That's the thing.
I mean, if you use hints and stuff, I mean, it's gonna go faster. And we do have an in-game hinting system. And if you're gonna skip through mini games, of course, it's going to take you faster. But in general, if you go around exploring and somewhat playing it, not just making it a challenge, that's how long it will take you.
Yeah, it's a very good estimate for the time. I think I hit like anyway. Never mind. It's close to that. So yeah, it was good. And technically, I had the experience from the demo already, so that cuts on the time a little bit. So I didn't know everything, but anyway, I wanted to wait. That's the thing. Like it so bothered me. Like I should wait until it's released because I wanted to. I didn't want to spoil it for myself. Because I wanted to have everything like. Or as much as possible to like genuine when I actually stream it, and I really want to stream on release day and everything. So links in the description for Steam, for Good Old Games. What else do I have? Discord for people to join,
and Twitter,
and your Twitter account, and anything else that you want to communicate, and we can wrap this up and talk about dogs for half an hour, and we can get Pavel. Like seriously, like. You know what? That's the thing. It's like he should be a Kickstarter stretch goal. It's like for the next Kickstarter, if you reach a certain amount, you're actually going to see the other half of 242. And it's like, because right now it's like a mystery.
No, you heard him today, so he exists.
Well, wait a minute. It's no. He might be one of those like Nigerian scammers, like the Nigerian prince. We don't know. We have no idea. Maybe you're like, what? You seem lovely, Anna. But how? Like, I don't know you personally, because you could be like, that type of person where you have like a skeleton, like in a suit, and it's like, yeah, Pavel is right here. It's like, wait, what? No, that's a
you think so highly of me. Thank you very much.
Now what? I'm obviously it was a joke, but we haven't seen him, so technically. We don't know if he exists, so that could be like a stretch goal, like for the next. Yes, a stretch goal, so people can see him. Yes, how is that a bad thing? It's marketing. It's like like.
Because no one knows my husband.
But come on, that's not a problem. Why would that be a problem? He'll be probably okay with it. It's fine. Because it's it's funny. It's funny and it works. And people who follow you, especially like since the first Kickstarter, I think people are gonna get it. Like they're gonna get the joke. It's like, oh yeah, exactly. See the husband stretch goal. They'll be like, no husband reveal. How they put like on Twitch on like face reveal. It's gonna be like, but it's not just face reveal because that's like a husband reveal. That's the stretch goal. Husband reveal. That's it.
Well, he's actually hanging out on Discord from time to time. Well, he's not like hanging out on Discord for that. He reads everything on Discord.
Yeah, but like you say that, but you could hire some person from India to pretend that he's on, like there's someone called Pavel on Discord. So that's not exactly a thing. Like you're not winning the case here until we see him. Until we see him and touch him. So you have to have like you have to put like yeah, it's gonna be like a tier, like a high tier for like high-end tier for the Kickstarter is gonna be like, you know, hang out with Pavel. It's gonna be like one day you're not gonna be involved. It's only gonna be it's gonna be like a weird like date only with him. Like, you know, spend the day with Pavel. That's it. You know, like you've heard him for like 6 years. You know, like you've never seen his face. No one knows if he actually exists. Now you can actually meet him live. You know, if you pledge, you know, 2,000 euros for, you know, the next project, whatever that might be.
Yeah, I need to hire you for the, you know.
That's funny. No, but at the very least, it could be a stretch goal. Just for like a fun stretch goal, like 500 euros extra over the, you know, like something that doesn't have to be like a big thing. Yeah, just, you know, play around with it. I mean, you know, he's the mysterious, you know, like part of, you know, this game. All
right. I'll get him interested in this. I'll get him interested in,
you know,
the stretch goal part.
You
can wear a mask.
No, but you
can, and then you won't believe me again. And then we'll say that
no, but you can use that
for
a long period of time.
How did you get from this? From me not believing that you exist, now you don't believe that my husband exists. How did this even happen? Okay, the conversation.
See, lizard people like myself know how to, you know, put the attention on someone else. That's the whole idea. Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, it's the whole conspiracy thing, and they were like discussing a game with like, I mean, conspiracies involved.
Yeah, why not? I mean, the conspiracy is: are you making this game alone, or is this a person who you've invented?
I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. You're just not believing me.
No, I'm saying you can use that. Like, even if I believe you, you can still use that to your advantage and make it like a fun thing out of it. You know? Yeah, why not? It's like, you know. It's like, why did you marry him? Use him for something. It's like it's like.
Oh, so it's not enough that he's animating and.
Yes, and
setting up cameras.
Yes, and
all the Unity work.
Well, okay, so is that supposed to impress anyone? It's like, yeah, no, use him for marketing. That's a very important aspect. What's his part in doing this very important component of promoting a game? Is he? Because I'm not seeing it. You're everywhere. You're doing interviews. Fine. You're doing posts. You're on Twitter and stuff. So, you know, on social media, like so you're the face.
Your complaint.
No, I'm saying that, you know, it's not. I'm just saying, like, you know, he should do more. He should step up. You know, Pavel, if you're listening, you should step up, right? Okay. So, come on. Like you can't let marketing 100% on Anna. You just, you know, step it up. You know, add something in there too. You know, no one say like, you know, half, you know, 50-50 or 20% at least of the marketing, you know.
Oh, you.
No one's saying that you like what you're doing is not important. It's just that you could also help with this, you know, like wash the dishes once in a while.
I get it. I'm not enough. I get it that I'm not enough.
Oh, geez. Yeah, exactly. That's such a female thing to say. It's like, that's what you understand from it. It's like, yeah, you don't care about me. Like, that's never, like, this is about you. It's like that's such a thing. No, but
just walk out.
No. The point is, you know, to use that as in your advantage to market the game, because now you already have a community, right? So you can bounce off that to, you know, to bring even more people into the fold, and you know, like 6 months from now.
Our community is so awesome. I mean, our community is the best community.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can build it up even more with like little games like that, because, you know. It's just, you know, more people are going to know of KAPIA, and, you know, 6 months from now, you announce the new project. There's going to be a section of people who already know you, right? And a section of people who don't know you.
Hold on. Did you just say when I'm supposed to announce my next project? Or?
No, it's just an estimate.
No, it just slipped in. No, hold on. It just slipped in.
It's just an estimate. No, it was just a random thing. Oh, you want me to go like, okay,
no, you're just
June
so 21st.
June 21st.
June 21st. Okay,
June 21st.
I'm gonna write it down. No, I'm writing it down right now.
I can't look. So if Pavel, if you exist and you're with us, look on the calendar. Tell me what date June 21st is. Let's see.
My pencil is not writing.
No, but I need to know what day it is, because it's kind of
What day
not
it
gonna be
is?
yeah, day of the week, because that's important. We can't just start on a Sunday. That's the thing. Oh, you okay? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look on the calendar. See, this is fun. This like that's why everyone should come and do interviews with me, because they're
It's
this
Tuesday.
fun.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Okay, that's good. Tuesday, the 21st. That's it. That's when the Kickstarter
Why is it
campaign
important?
starts.
Why? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday. So
Because you said that I gave the 6 months thing. Now I gave you the exact date when the campaign starts.
yeah, give us an hour too.
What? An hour?
Of course.
3 p.m. CET.
3 p.m.
Yeah, Central European Time, 3 p.m. It's gonna be
Yeah.
1 hour before major announcements, like, because usually companies like put out press stuff at 4 p.m. CET. So it's gonna be 1 hour before that.
June 21st.
First, yes, 2022, 3 p.m. Central
2022.
European Time. Yes,
3 p.m.
Central European Time.
Okay,
You want me to decide on the goal as well and the stretch goals? Because I can do this. Like,
okay, go ahead.
no, I'm not gonna, because I don't know what you're gonna make.
You know-
You're very secretive, so no, I
I'm
can't
very
say that.
secretive. I'm very
Well, that's
secretive,
fine.
but I have a date already, right?
Yes, yes, you're welcome. You have a date in an hour. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Because I just made your life that much easier. You don't have to decide on a date and on a time.
Tell you what, I'm
Done.
saving this file. I'm saving this file, and I'm forgetting about it completely.
Yeah, okay, well, that's nice. Like,
And
thank
then,
you.
and then, when we're having our next interview, we're opening it up and we're seeing if you're correct.
No.
Because
This- I don't think you understand how
could
this
be.
works. Like, you were mocking me that I was telling you like when the campaign starts. Now you have to do this date. That's the whole thing.
no, it's no, you're predicting.
No, I'm not
you're
predicting. I'm telling
and-
you. Like, that's because you mocked me for saying 6 months. That was a total like random date, okay? And you said like, oh, you already know the okay, yeah, yes, you know what? Yes, I know the date. I'm gonna give you the actual start time. That's it.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, not because obviously you're gonna decide on your own and everything. I'm just saying it's fun. You know?
We'll see.
I just said 6 months randomly.
How well you see into the future.
I'm not you know, like
We'll see.
Nostradamus or
We'll
anything
know.
like that.
We'll know in 6
Yeah,
months.
but see, you can like you have the power to like screw me over with that, because it's like, you know what, we have everything ready, all the campaign,
No,
everything,
but
all
I
the
told you-
assets.
but I
We're
told
gonna
you-
launch on the 22nd, so you can do that. That's the whole thing. Like, it's
I'll
within
give
your
it to
power
you.
to
If
do that.
it's 22nd, I'll give it to you. It's not.
No, it's not the same
Oh,
thing.
it has to be that exactly.
Well, okay, but you could delay it by 1 week and still say like, yeah, you know what, you didn't guess. Well, yes, obviously I didn't guess. That was a random thing. Anyway.
All right, fine. Plus or minus like 10 days.
Okay, but see, that's
And I'm forgetting about this date.
Yeah, you should probably forget about it. Just do your own plans. But it's fun. Just, you know,
It's
more
going
Anna,
to
more Pavel.
check.
That's good. Yeah. Well, you want me to give you the name as well and the genre, or is it the same genre? I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, definitely we're gonna do probably another interview. So until then, that's how people can help you, right? Like, play the game, review it.
definitely.
That's the biggest thing, and you know, to follow you in order to see, you know, the next reveal, because that's like, you know, we don't know yet what it is, but there's going to be more KAPIA. That's the thing. That's what we can, you know, take to heart from all this. There's going to be more KAPIA, which is a good thing. Yes? No?
Maybe.
Oh my God! It's like, what do you mean maybe? What do you mean maybe? You just said that's good. Like, you wanted. Oh my God! Unbelievable. What do you mean maybe?
We're going more games. More games.
Yes, okay, more games. And like, then you come out with like, wait, what's IPAC? Like KAPIA spelled backwards? IPAC. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're gonna make a game called IPAC. It's like, it's, you know, it's not KAPIA, it's IPAC. It's, you know, it's in the same world, but
It's
it's,
like-
ooh, a parallel universe. Ah, that's awesome. A parallel universe where exactly the opposite happens in
You know, you're gonna just come up with a better game than I am.
No, I'm
What are we
not.
gonna do after that?
Yeah, it's just gonna be a different
People are
game.
people are gonna expect your version, and then
No. Never.
Go
No.
talk to this guy. He's
I mean, you know what? I'm open for, you know, like consultation work. Like I need money. So, speaking of that,
Okay,
for speaking of I need money, for anyone watching, if
Okay.
you like what I do, you can support me by joining locals. Actually, you can use the code PlayKAPIA right now until the 5th of February, and you get 1 month of supporter tier free, which is $4 value, and you also get a free game. And like on site, I'm not joking. Like anyone who comes on and through that code, I send them a list, right? That's how it worked with previous codes. I send them a list of, you know, like 50 games, 60 games, and they can choose whichever game they want, and they get a key, no questions asked. Like they don't have to stay, like they don't have to pay anything else. That's the whole thing. Like there's no payment for 1 month, and there's also going to be like some KAPIA keys, you know, given away probably next week. So that's the thing. But yeah, more important, KAPIA. That's the thing.
And
Check
I
it
hope
out.
you enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. If you don't believe me, then check out, I don't know. Actually, no, because you're gonna spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't check out my streams. This time, actually not. I'm actually advising against watching my stuff. Do not search KAPIA on my channel. You can search whatever else you want. You can watch whatever else you want. The KAPIA though, you play it on your own. That's it. It's that type of experience with the lights on, preferably, and with a animal around you. If you can stroke a little like gerbil, you know, like something fluffy, something small and fluffy that can hold in your hand, just do that. And while you're playing KAPIA, I think it's gonna enhance the experience. What can I say? Like that's how I roll. Like what? Like,
Okay.
why? Like, you're acting surprised. This is the second time you're doing it. Like,
No,
how is
I'm not surprised.
well, that's what I'm saying. That you shouldn't be surprised.
I'm not.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't. You should be surprised if I get the date right. But,
No,
you know.
last time I almost gave away the ending, so I'm not surprised. I came prepared for this. I'm like,
Yeah, you literally did not say anything. You literally just stood there and like took compliments.
Come on.
It's like so it's gonna be KAPIA. It's like maybe.
What is it? I told you about the governor and about the bomb thing.
Okay.
No?
All right. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
There's
Okay. That's
quite a
good.
bit of insights never before said on
Yeah.
television.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. You know, a little bit. But you didn't say what the next game's gonna be, what the name, where the setting. Like, we have to wait until the actual reveal.
Otherwise,
On May 3rd. What's the date? on May 3rd. May 3rd. Follow Anna. There's her Twitter handle is in the description. Link. Follow her on Twitter. May 3rd. She's gonna put out the reveal trailer for the next project.
the whole trailer.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, obviously, yes, a trailer. You don't need a trailer. Like,
That's true. That's true.
or okay, at least a logo. You're gonna announce the new game. It
Maybe.
doesn't have to be a trailer.
Announce.
Like you can have a trailer for the Kickstarter on the 21st of June. But it's gonna be the reveal. So it's gonna be like a nice press release, and you're gonna have a logo and a name and a little description. That's it. That's fine. And some screenshots. That's fine. That's fair. It doesn't have to be necessarily be a trailer. Sure. Okay. I'll give you that. You know, like you have another month to do the trailer. All right. Like I'm so generous. That's the whole thing.
Thank you, because I mean, just so much pressure right now.
I mean, again, you think I'm gonna wait 6 more years? Like, no, I'm sorry, but you know, like I can't let you make me wait that long again. Which is fun because I haven't technically waited for 6 years. But yeah. So that was it. For anyone watching, follow Anna. Definitely follow her because she puts. She's very engaged on social media, especially on Twitter, and she puts a lot of content out, like in terms of the videos, you know, with the process of, you know, like animation, with you know characters. It's really nice. So there's if you're a developer, if you're not a developer, there's lots of nice like insider stuff on her Twitter. So definitely follow her on there because it's you know, it's cute, it's fun, and it's instructional. That's the thing. If you're interested in the projects, you know, you're always gonna get something pretty much every week, something nice from behind the scenes stuff. Like not like, you know, just pictures and stuff, like, you know, screenshots, behind the scenes stuff. All right, so we're gonna go talk about dogs, probably. I don't know. What?
We like dogs.
dogs are awesome. And hopefully in the next project, there's going to be an actual living dog in a mecha suit, obviously, because that's the theme, right? We're going to have to keep it. Actually, okay, just random thing. If you would, based on the cat, right? The mecha cat.
Right.
If you would put a dog into a mechanical suit, like what would you like? What suit would that be of? Would it be like a robot? Would it be like a different animal? Would it, like what would you do? Just randomly.
It depends on the dog. It depends on
a fair point. A Jack Russell.
a Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be in a huge ball.
Really?
Yeah, they would just roll,
Yeah.
you know.
So this is just a tiny dog in a big ball, like just run away.
Big ball. Possibly with spikes. I mean, I think they would enjoy that.
No, because the Jack Russell are crazy, and they just like they would
Yeah.
spike everyone because they're like so
They would
hyper.
spike everyone.
Yeah. They would just run around like crazy everywhere, like
Just
everyone would
bounce
die.
out of everything.
Yes, no, but because they're very they're so hyper.
They're probably the
insane.
spikes. But I mean, it depends on the universe. It could be a super weapon.
No, in KAPIA, like in KAPIA, if it like a giant ball.
If they go outside the dome, they add spikes. If not, they just,
That's
just,
fair. Yeah. You could as a protection mechanism. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Just imagine like a Jack Russell, like a tiny dog in this huge ball, and you see it, and the ball just bounces off everyone. Yeah, that would be nice. Anyway, they're so energetic, it's crazy. Thank you for coming on. See, I mean, you did it to me with the abrupt thing at the end. I'm doing it to you now. Like it's gonna be abrupt.
I get it.
You take us out because I talked too much already.
Bye, guys. Thank you for being here, and you guys are awesome. Love all of you, and I don't know you. The end. The end. No. Oh, okay.
Say about KAPIA more. Like, okay, like thank you. Follow me.
You just confused me. I almost just turned off my camera. Thank you. I understood the pantomime. Guys. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. I'm sorry, but someone's giving me a hard time right now. But I mean, love all of you and check out KAPIA. And you guys are great. Come hang out with me.